Stop premature ejaculation analysis. Randy Abbey. The most hypocritical Ghanaian in our game of football and politics is Mr. Randy Abbey. No wonder Honorable Bagbin told him not long ago. Listening to him on Newsfile today was shocking and amazing. He lied seriously. He has seen a budget before, and I thought he could have known better than this. Was it not Randy Abbey who was defending the NPP government years ago? If not hypocrisy, why making U-turn by becoming first son to the former President Mahama? What has changed now? Can Randy also be bold and honest by reading some of his defensive mechanisms in support budget, his days at the GFA etc., those days on Newsfile? You quoted years ago claiming the sports minister current was against the corrupt acts of NDC. What happened to your own words, of which some are damning to your own reputation and credibility? If indeed the sports minister Isaac Ejima asked those legitimate questions in Parliament in opposition days, were those questions answered? Can Randy Abbey provide those answers given then? Hypocrisy is a disease. Today Randy has demonstrated to Ghanaians his personal hatred for the hard-working minister. Especially when the minister states in his address to Parliament that he will ensure and will provide details of spending so far as Afcon 2019 was concerned. Dubious validity. The minister was in Parliament not to answer questions etc. He was there to brief the Honourable House over Afcon budget and its expenditure, but will later provide details or the breakdown. Is Randy Abbey sensible than the parliamentarians? What is cooked out there is subject to verifications etc. Today, Gary L. Smith etc. now know how to write petitions forcing a minister to come open when same educated journalist could not wait for the minister to fulfill his promise by providing every detail of the expenditure. Are we serious in the country? The fantastic thing was to clear the public's perception, and that was a fantastic exercise from the minister. If not politics and how people are being influenced by politicians for their selfish gains, journalists will opt for the truth and nothing more. Randy Abbey is a funny man. When a person like him do comment against Honorable Ejima and the budget, people should not take him seriously, because at least we all know where he is coming from. The father of all hypocrites is Randy Abbey. If a person like him was ungrateful to a man who made him who he is today, his negative comment against Honorable Ejima must be treated as an opposition party, and for that matter NII Lanty's political party mate. After Nyantakai made him popular as GFA communication director, looks at how he paid him back. His political background makes his comment about the budget valueless and baseless, because even a young child knows that a person like Randy Abbey would never talk good about Honorable Ejima. They are desperate, he and NII Lanty. They want to come to power. If not that, as a political show host and a media man like Randy Abbey would criticize a budget he knows is far smaller than what they spent during their era. Again, a media man as Randy Abbey, if he is not fighting for his party, would first analyze the achievement of Ejima and even congratulate him for not going spending on spree. L wonder, the only thing people say about the budget is too big, but they cannot emphatically state whether it was misused or not, because during Elvis Afrai Ancra's time everybody can stipulate with emphatic point what they used the budget for in Brazil. Not only did they chew coconut with it, but also made donation to an errand guys in Brazil for just direction. Randy Abbey should state one bad thing Ejima used the budget for. Sending supporters to a tournament is normal and the cost involved is huge, and it is not the first time Ghana has sponsored supporters to a tournament, so all those hypocrites are sabotaging Ejima in vain. Randy the political hypocrite, Randy Abbey a turncoat who has become a tin goon in NDC, had the gut to describe Han Ejima as hypocrite. Reason: because Isaac Kwame Ejima, the then minority spokesperson on youth and sports, thoroughly scrutinized his predecessors' Afcon budgets or expenditures. How dare you, Randy, the political goon and a political bootlicker, to use those unprintable words on a minister who simply presented a budget before the August House of Parliament. Such a neophyte who became the decider of the former president, JDM. This guy had the audacity to prevent the then majority leader, Alban Bagbin, from meeting his own party leader, and the presiding officer of a cabinet. Bagbin was a senior member. Randy doesn't have the principle to describe the Han minister in that language. We are serving notice to him to halt his childish behavior, else his smelly Pandora box would be opened. Such people too are cheaply offered a platform not to communicate sense but to satisfy their paymasters. Randy, you cannot match Isaac Ejima in any aspect of life, either political or social. The dishonesty and hypocrisy must stop. Ghanaians are beyond such cheap propaganda. Thanks for watching this channel Lixdof TV. Please don't forget to share, support and subscribe to Lixdof TV to make us #1 on YouTube.